Denny Hamlin has once again made headlines for his bold stance against NASCAR. In a situation that has quickly become one of the biggest off-track stories of the season, Hamlin is speaking out about what he calls an unfair system. So, what is going to happen to 23XI racing? And where does this leave NASCAR as a whole? Let's find out in today's episode. To understand why this court battle means so much, it's important to understand how the NASCAR charter system works. NASCAR introduced the charter system in 2016, and under this system, there are 36 charters given to teams, which guarantees them a spot in every Cup Series race and a share of the purse money. Usually, there are 40 spots available per race, so 4 open teams must qualify each week without any guarantee. The value of each charter increased significantly over time because of these benefits. If a team loses its charter, as happened to 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports, it becomes much harder for them to plan, find sponsors, and ensure a steady income. Sponsors often want to know their brand will be seen every week and not risk being left out due to failing to qualify. NASCAR's Cup Series season typically has 36 points-paying races, and missing even one race can have major financial consequences for a team. Charters are not just a piece of paper. In recent years, some have been sold for millions of dollars. In 2024, 23XI Racing, owned by Denny Hamlin and basketball icon Michael Jordan, and Front Row Motorsports, lost their charter status after a disagreement with NASCAR over the proposed charter extension deal. These two teams are the only ones out of all competing in the Cup Series that refused to sign the extension, setting the stage for this legal conflict. After refusing to sign NASCAR's charter extension, both teams went to federal court. Denny Hamlin and his associates argued that the charter system, as managed by NASCAR, violates U.S. antitrust laws. Antitrust laws are meant to prevent businesses from using unfair control to squeeze out the competition. By taking the fight to court, Hamlin's team is not just arguing for themselves, but challenging NASCAR's overall structure of control. Recently, Judge Kenneth Bell delivered a ruling that was a setback for Hamlin and Front Row Motorsports. The two teams requested a temporary restraining order that would let them keep racing with charters during the court fight. Judge Bell denied the request, meaning the teams would race as open entries, without their guaranteed status, for all upcoming races including Dover and likely for the remainder of the year. That is 6 cars with uncertain futures and 16 races left in the season at the time of the ruling. Judge Bell did not completely close the door to future changes. He said he would be willing to reconsider the situation if things change dramatically for the teams in the coming weeks, such as loss of drivers or sponsors. But, as of his latest opinion, 23XI Racing and Front Row were out of luck, racing for their lives every week. Denny Hamlin has remained publicly calm and determined. While reporters pressed him at race weekends for details, he gave the same answer repeatedly. December the 1st would be when all will be exposed.
I don't have any direct comment to that. All I can tell you, and this will just be my blanket answer for all questions about this, is that if you want answers, you want to understand why this is all happening, come December 1st. You'll get the answers that you're looking for, and all will be exposed.
For these teams, the loss of charter status is a financial hit. Sponsor money is a huge part of running a NASCAR team, with budgets for a full season often running between $10 million to $30 million for competitive teams. A sponsor wants national TV coverage for every race. If your car misses an event, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially lost. Purse money for a single Cup Series race sometimes exceeds $7 million total, divided among all teams with guaranteed portions going to chartered teams. As an open team, stakes become much higher each race weekend. Even with these pressures, Denny Hamlin remains focused on the job, both as a driver and his duties as a team owner. In recent interviews, Hamlin made it clear that handling pressure and uncertainty are part of his job.
I'd love to be doing other things. I got a lot going on, but when I get in the car here in a few minutes, nothing else is going to matter other than that. I always give my team 100%. I always prepare, whether I have side jobs, side hustles, more kids, that all matters, but I always give my team all the time that they need to make sure that when I strap in, I'm 100% committed.
Even as the legal wrangling continues, the racing doesn't stop. At the time of the judge's latest ruling, there were 16 points races left, meaning at least 16 more battles for these teams to fight as open entries. Among the challenges they face are the need to qualify on speed each time, pressure to hold on to sponsors, and the ever-present risk of missing a crucial event. For example, at Dover, 23XI and Front Row fielded 6 cars as open teams. This means for every race, it brings a heightened tension because failing to qualify even once impacts future opportunities. Not only is the team's immediate financial health at risk, but prospects for drivers and crew members are as well. The roster and employment situation for over 100 team members can depend on results every single week. Hamlin, who also races for Joe Gibbs Racing, meanwhile, tries to keep his focus on racing. JGR has had much success in recent years, winning races and challenging for championships. For Hamlin, his track record in the Cup Series is impressive and includes over 50 victories and multiple shots at the title. Yet his leadership role at 23XI puts extra demands on his time. He must balance running a successful team with competing with a regular season championship as a driver. Hamlin was also asked about the upcoming Brickyard 400, one of NASCAR's most storied races. He said there's something special and unique about racing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which certainly has a lot of history. This is one of the few major U.S. tracks where Hamlin has not yet won.
Yeah, just so much history at that track. Just the close calls I've had at that one. That's, kind of the last, big major, win that I don't have on my resume. Just leading with 6 to go, blowing a tire, back in 2020. Just so many close calls. And so just one that I'm ultimately highly motivated to run really well at. It's always also been kind of a showcase of driver, team, engine department, just kind of everything. You don't see a whole lot of surprises there. There's been some, but not a whole lot. Maybe a little bit more in the next gen era because qualifying means more, track position means more than it ever has. But generally speaking, nothing takes away from the prestige of the actual of winning at that track. That's just something that is very, very special. The facilities have so much history that you just can't take away. No matter what the circumstances or how you win it, you just can't take away from the prestige of winning at the Brickyard.
As the December 1st trial approaches, the world watches and waits. The result might reshape NASCAR for years to come. Until then, we're all waiting for those answers that, according to Hamlin, soon all will be exposed. As always, don't forget to comment down your thoughts on this situation. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.